Morning everyone, new day. Got some new presents for the project. Nice old tilt Harbour start right table saw and a 12 by 9 inch planer thicknesser. It's a Sedgwick 3-phase, so we're gonna have to do some working out to get that going. Yeah, I got them for a pretty good price and went and got them both at the same time in the van, and pretty efficient, so we're going to use those extensively in this woodworking workshop. Yeah, so new video. I think we're going to start doing the door frame in there, and I've bought these doors back that I had as well, and I'm probably going to put them on temporarily. We're going to make some really nice fancy doors, but we're going to put those ones on temporarily until then, so we can enclose it a little bit. A few people in the last video asked about the mould up there. Yes, it is mould. It's from water, got in from the back wall because the top workshop isn't there to cover that up yet, and it got down there, and that area is still damp. It's probably getting a bit dry now, but that's why we have mould there. It'll be fine once it dries out and gets plastered and everything. We're not concerned about it. It doesn't seem to be spreading now that the dampness is gone. But it's just what happens during the building project. You know, we haven't got any doors in or anything like that. We just have moisture and clouds coming in. You know, we've still got just a rough earth floor, so yeah, it's gonna happen. It's just how it is. Once the building's enclosed and dried out and plastered, those problems should cease. Just thought I'd clear that up quickly. You know, I have also some here growing where there's a bit of a damp spot. It's just drying. It's perfectly normal on building sites for that to happen. Right, so that's that addressed. So yeah, we're going to get some sleepers, and we're going to put a door frame in across here using those sleepers. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, let's cut this. This is going to be the seal. Cut it to length first. Might need to trim a little bit off. Possible. Nope. There it is. You might be wondering why I'm putting this in first, because these uprights are going to be mortised and tenoned in. It's basically to get a good idea of level and take some measurements. Oh, that ain't bad, is it? That ain't bad at all. Okay, I just moved a bit of stuff from underneath it, a bit of stone from underneath it. We're pretty level there. Tiny little bit out. It needs to come down this side a tiny bit more. I can do that, that's fine. Right. We're going to inlay these posts into these a bit, and they'll just be screwed most likely. So how far are we going to go in them? We'll probably want to go in not too far. Let's say we'll inlay them 25 mil. That should be plenty. Okay, so it's going to go 25 mil down, so we need whatever that measurement from there to there is, plus the 25 plus the 10 in length. That'll be the length of our post. Add a little bit for luck. Right, I'm just going to clean this up a bit. I don't have an electric plane I can use. The one we just bought, it's going to be a while until we get it up and running. So I stuck an old iron that I don't care about in this plane. And we'll clean these up a bit. Hoping can't see any metal in it. There's 3 faces that will be shown as we get them spruced up a little bit. And it's just going to make it nicer to handle as well. Bring out the colour of that wood a bit. There we go, isn't that beautiful? Lovely red tint with the, you know, the old checks and cracks. I think it's going to suit the building very well. By the way, I am fully aware there's probably traces of asbestos from brakes, old train brakes in this, and I'm working this way round, down, the wind's coming on my back, and it's definitely blowing everything away from me. I can actually see the dust blowing away, so I'm quite safe. Okay, getting somewhere with this tenon. Now this wood is really hard, but it's actually a joy to work with. I'm used to working with larch, and that is a battle. This is, although it's hard, it's really predictable. Really straight grained, you can just whack lumps of it off, and it doesn't, like the grain doesn't like drive down and mess up your cut. Yeah, very nice to work with. Contemplating using this more, seeing as there's, you know, quite a bit of it available in these old sleepers. You know, I wouldn't be using it if it was getting cut now. It's already cut. It's already been in use for a long time. Okay, mortise is done. Nice and square. We did it with the mortiser, as you saw. Needs to go more. I need to knock a bit of rock off the back of there. It's hitting on that rock. Right, it's in. I'm very pleased with it. Really tight fit. Got a little gap here, tiny one here. It's just a slight curve to that. Should have planed it off a bit because it's just a rough chainsaw cut. But we're going to leave that. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm talking about less than a mil. And yeah, it actually looks really quite good. So, because the orientation of the tenon, obviously we've got it going that way, it's the way we have to do it, we can't really peg it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw diagonally from the top here down, and that should pull with some of these nice timber fix type screws, and I think that'll be good. I mean, it's like it's genuinely not going anywhere, doesn't even need the screws are more to hold it in until I put the bottom on. Okay, she's in. So you might be wondering why I've done it like that. The answer is poor planning, really. Originally that was going to be the door opening, but obviously being a round bit of wood, it was always going to be hard to get a hinge into that, because I would have had to have squared it off, and it just wasn't going to work because the rock was there. And yeah, I just didn't really have a complete picture in my head of how it was going to work at the time, and we needed an opening to build around, so we just made one out of timber we had in the woods, put it in, built around it, and now we're at this stage we actually have to think about it. So lost a bit of opening, but it's not going to be a lot. We're still going to have over 2 meters, which can be plenty for all the things I want to get in here. Alright, it's a new day. Just done this mortise and tenon on here. About to get it in. Should go in. Test fitted it once. It wasn't quite there. Should go in this time. It got me thinking about a lot of people will ask me how do I where do I start if I want to do what you're doing. And it just came to me just then as I'm moving these big bits of wood around. The place to start is definitely just get fit and healthy and strong. You know, that is literally the place to start. You really can't do any of this if you haven't got much strength, or if you're not in, you know, reasonably good health. Really, all of this stuff would be very difficult. If I got ill or something, I would very soon I wouldn't have any firewood. I wouldn't be able to make the videos, I wouldn't have any money coming in, and I wouldn't be able to continue building. So yeah, getting fit and healthy is literally the place to start. Oh, she did. Yeah. Alright, see if we can get this in. Put a bit of a seal sort of shape to it. Bit of a ramp. Remember, the floor levels are coming up a bit, so the ramp won't be as severe once the floors are in. And the floor on the inside is coming up a bit further than the floor on the outside, so the ramps are slightly different. So yeah, that's oh, it still doesn't feel any lighter. How is that possible? Oh. Whew. Sweet. Now that is one solid door frame. Morning everyone, new day. So last night I cut out a bit of that rock to slide the door seal under, just with a grinder and a chisel. So today we're going to put in the post going up there. I don't want to lose loads of my door width, because obviously it goes downwards and you end up hitting your head after you go over the seal. So I'm going to trim down one of these smaller, and we'll have a smaller piece for this door. Right, let's mill this this sleeper. the inside, beautiful pink exotic wood. The outside they look horrible, inside they're lovely. Okay, we've notched, so we milled this down, we've notched this in, so we're ready to wedge this up in there. This one's not got a tenon on it, it's just getting screwed in. Probably get one more bit in there. The right way around it. Yeah. Door frames in, very pleased. So with this side we're going to bring out with a piece of wood, probably route it in and inlay it in there so it follows the curves. We're going to bring it out to about there, and then the door will come in this way and actually close against the stone. I'll cut a straight line into the stone, so the door closure is actually in the stone. If you have a look, we won't actually have to cut that much out. If I bring the door stop to about here, and we'll cut out a line that the door closes into all the way down to the bottom, obviously. So that's what I do with that. Yeah, so very pleased with how it's all turned out. The joints look good, it's very sturdy, very strong. It's going to last the rest of my lifetime, that's for sure. Yeah, very pleased. So now I'm going to mix up some cob and start cobbing in these gaps. Smaller ones we'll probably just fill, just straight cob. Bigger ones we might put some rounds in there. Right, that is going to be it for today. I'm getting a bit late now, start getting dark soon. So we got those bits screwed in, they're screwed into the posts, so then I'm going to infill around them on that side. That bit's just got lots of screws all diagonaled because we're going to fill in that with just cob. And on this side we'll build it up and screw bits in as we go. It's not normal to screw the bits in. I could put some like batten up the side or something, but what I just don't want these to be like flapping around and falling, you know. So we're going to screw them in, and that's going to help hold it all if the door slams or whatever. Got my cob mixed up, so we're ready to go. Tomorrow we'll get this cobbed in, and then I'll edit this video and we'll get it out to you, and you'll be able to see it on the day that I just finish it. Got one side done. Looks really nice, right? I'm very, very happy with how that looks. I love the contrast between the white and the dark. I did contemplate doing that with lime, but I'm glad I didn't now, because that contrast looks really nice. Once that's all plastered all smooth and beautifully, then blended in, it's going to look beautiful. Very pleased with that. Okay, should have enough cob to do that side too, so let's get it done. You start doing this, you think, oh, this is quite quick, and then you've been doing it for a couple of hours and you look at what you've done and you remember that it isn't. I think I vowed to never do this again, but I didn't really mean for small stuff. I mean, I wouldn't build a whole house out of it again. It was just too much. But for small little infills and stuff, definitely a really nice little technique. So often with stuff like this, I'll take, when you've got to squeeze something in between two things, take a handful on each side, if you can get your arms around, and just squeeze. Try and get it to all blend in, take off any excess. When you're doing this, no point spending too long smoothing it off and getting it all perfect, because you go around the back and start pushing on it and it will change again. So just get the mass in there and then come back to it. And it's done. Door frame is in, very pleased with it, looks good. Filled in the gaps. That side we got a plan for that. We'll cut into that rock and it will shut against the rock and it will look very natural and lovely. We've managed to retain some of the nice curves of the original pieces we spent time working on, and when I wire brush that bit of mud off, you'll see those lines even more. Still see our pegs and everything, and we've got our lovely natural curves. And even though we've put squares within it, I think it still looks lovely and curly and natural and hobbity, so very pleased. That's going to be the end of this video. I am going to install the doors just to stop all this moisture blowing in on my new machines, but they're just temporary doors, and we're going to put them on. We'll have a dry space in there to work, and then we can make some fancy hobbity beautiful doors, which will be coming up soon. Temporary doors fitted. So they're not made to measure, these are going to go on the barn probably, let's say we're going to make some fancy doors for them, but keeps the wind off our backs while we're working in here for now. Just show you from this side. Obviously gaps and everything, but it's just to keep the wind and rain from driving in and rusting up my machines too much. Yeah, very pleased. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.